everybody, we are here, Love Misunderstood Institute, and we are happy to no, I'm gonna have to cut that off. Hey everybody, you're just tuned in to Where is the Love? And we have been talking about the brain and the narcissist, and we are going to pursue that conversation today.
Right.
So um so thank you for joining us, and you should be watching us on our YouTube channels or um, our YouTube channels, Love Misunderstood Institute or Premier Fitness 0210, or there's other places you can be watching us. Hey,
Amazon
we're on
phone.
TV. Forgot about that. We're on TV on Roku and Amazon Fire. All you have
Yep.
to do is search POD TV space LIVE, and you can watch us on TV live while we're airing the show. So,
Oh,
thank you again for joining us. So, you want to give them a little feedback on our last show?
yeah, for sure. All right. So
Recap.
on episode 122, like
Yes.
I can't even believe that we are that deep in. Like, wow.
Yep.
So we spoke about on the last show the science of brain synchrony. First, it was the brain's mirror function. Second thing was two types of brain cells, which is the self versus others. And number three was dominance and entrainment. And this is what happens in the brain under narcissistic abuse.
Yes.
Uh,
So,
so,
today, go ahead.
you
So today we're doing episode 123. We're going to continue to talk about the science of brain synchrony. And so we're now talking about, I'll let you do that. So we're
right.
going to continue that conversation.
All right. So first on the menu for today is the hippocampus, which is the brain, the memory librarian. So what it does is the hippocampus organizes memories and helps you distinguish between past and present.
Yeah.
It reminds you of what is safe versus unsafe, especially under narcissistic abuse. Um, there's a constant stress hormones that shrink the hippocampus over time, which makes you start doubting your memories. Like, did that really happen, or am I crazy? Which is a classic gaslighting effect. So again, the hippocampus is the memory library.
Yeah.
Um,
Just do the
um,
metaphor.
okay, right. So the metaphor is imagine your memory is a library, but the librarian is exhausted and keeps misfiling books. That's what abuse does to your hippocampus, which is the reward circuit, which is, the chemicals that are present are the dopamines and the oxytocin, which are drugs that, help your mind get into a groove of things and accept things as they are. Um,
So I'll do this part. Um, so the just think of this as a slot machine. You're putting coins in the slot machine to win money to get, back rewards. So the slot machine effect is also known as the intermittent rewards, and that's what happens with the abuse. It's like
mm,
for the narcissist, it's like rewards to, when they see that, what I did to you to aggravate you or to annoy you or to make you angry or make you feel like crap. That's
right.
my reward. So I know that I did the right thing. So that's the slot machine effect. Effect.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm so glad you explained that. 'Cause I was like, lava. What is that? I don't gamble. I don't have enough money to gamble with. Is my mindset. I don't listen, man. Listen, I keep my mind on the things that I can, actualize. If I do this, then I get that. But if I
Yeah.
put this corner here, I may or may not get no money. Oh no, player, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
And so that's easy for me to explain because I was a gambler. I
Right,
didn't ever think I would be, but I mean,
yeah,
I really enjoyed doing that, and so I understand exactly what they're talking about
right,
by saying that. Um,
yeah,
it was an addiction, just like abuse is an addiction to the
right,
narcissist. Um,
right,
and that's so sad, but it's so true.
right,
So it's like the metaphor is like craving a jackpot, even though most spins lose. So you just spinning and spinning and spinning and keep hoping and hoping and hoping you win. And there's no telling how many times you spin before you win or if you win at all. So you taking a chance, on the money you put in there, making more money. I know it oh so well. Bringing back memories.
right. Bringing back
Night.
sweet memories.
Well, I ain't gonna say they were sweet. I mean, it was
That's
fun.
all. That was the
But
song.
oh, I know, I remember it. Um, so, so you want to tell them how to protect it?
For sure.
Okay.
So how to protect yourself and your hippocampus? You begin to journal daily. Like this happened today, which strengthens your memory recall. Also, therapy can help refile those books correctly so that you can trust your reality again. Because dealing with a narcissist, one of their superpowers is crazy making, which makes you constantly question your reality and what you know happened. Um, yeah, I've been there and I know what that's like. It's like, you question everything about what you know to be true. And so journaling and therapy again will help you like refocus and re-know or recognize um, what actually happened as opposed to what they tell you, or the narrative that they build to you.
Yeah.
So again, a practical tip is journaling, building safe friendships, and new hobbies that replace unhealthy highs with healthy dopamine. So again, even interaction with, you know, people, social interaction, um, and you want to always have a healthy, I hate to have to say it like this, but healthy drug habit.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I mean, healthy don't mean healthy relationships. I mean, that's a healthy drug habit. It is what it is.
So, replacing unhealthy highs with healthy dopamine is, it's so important. If you don't replace, the negative with something positive, with a lot of positive, then it's going to, um, it's going to cause more negative effects um,
Right.
in the brain. And so, uh, you want to do the next part, or you want me to do it?
Well, I was gonna say, so with AA, now I've never done AA. Probably one day I need to do it. But one of the things one of the things that they say is that people who have, and I feel like we all have an addictive personality. It just shows up differently. And
Yeah,
it's like you give up one addiction for one that is perceived to be more healthy. And I think that's something that needs to be spoken about more often
yeah,
because we all have those vices, those things, even like being physically fit. Like people take that to the hilt, do steroids or work their bodies over, and this is, my work, but you work your body too hard, trying to keep up an image or something like that, or a certain level of physical fitness in which you break yourself down. It's a good thing because you're not on drugs that are killing you. You are in essence, making yourself better, but also you're going too far. You know what I mean? So it's like we
Yeah.
we, we replace one addiction with another.
Yeah.
Um, so I think one of the biggest things always, like especially with therapy, it helps you find that balance. You know, I'm doing what I can to make myself better, but not going overboard so that I'm not like just sprinting to the edge of the mountain and jumping off the ledge. Cowabunga!
Yeah. All right, Ninja Turtle.
Totally.
um, so the next part of the brain is the reward circuit. That's the dopamine and the oxytocin loops. Um, and so what it does is the dopamine, the brain feels good. The brain's feel good chemical. That's what the dopamine is. That rewards you for pleasure. And the oxytocin is the bonding hormone that deepens connection. So, under narcissistic abuse, intermittent kindness, love bombing, floods dopamine, making you crave more. So, intermittent kindness, love bombing, floods dopamine, making you crave more.
Yeah,
Even small acts of affection from the narcissist feel like huge rewards. That's horrible. And
yeah.
Oxytocin, I'll let you comment on it in just a second. So
Right.
oxytocin makes you bond even with the person hurting you. That's so horrible. Go ahead if you want to add something to it.
Well, so I was watching this. So we watch like stoic philosophy videos on YouTube, practically every day. And I found this short on YouTube that was saying like this is that there's a how can I say it? Like there's a technique with the stoic mindset where you like can make a person fall in love with you by in essence love bombing them, by feeding them a lot of love on the front end and then consciously and intentionally starving them of that affection and attention. And then once they get to the point where they're like broken almost, then you feed it back to them. And it's just like, I'm like, who sits around thinking, okay, I'm gonna cut it off now. I'm not gonna say nothing to them positive. And it was like, there's like if you really love a person, you're not about to play this type of game, you know. So if you feel like a person is like love bombing you, giving you a lot of love and attention, and then starving you to get a certain reaction out of you, you might need to run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scoot forward in the camera. You might need to run. You
Let
might
me
need
get
to run real fast.
let me get close enough to make sure y'all hear me, huh?
Everybody in the back. I don't need everybody in the back to hear me. You might need to run.
Oh Lord. It's a song saying something about you better run. I can't think of
Yeah,
the
right.
rest the
I've
rest
been
of
there
it.
and done that. And it's like, And what I noticed, and I keep having this reoccurring realization about like towards the end when you know who I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Like I started to pull away and become distant.
Yeah.
And then this person is gonna call me talking about I want to start over. And so I came with like, and I don't like ultimatums personally,
Yeah.
but like if it comes to my piece, There's an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Either you gonna help me find more peace within myself with you, or I'm gonna find peace by myself.
Yeah.
So I was like, you gonna have to get counseling, you're gonna have to stay in counseling, and like the way you've been at me, this cannot happen anymore.
Yeah.
And they agreed, and then like it didn't even take a full 3 months. I think it was like a week and a half. I'm sorry, like a month and a half. This person was back to the same old stuff. Like this person could not uphold the mask anymore. It was
Yeah.
so like it was so heavy that the mask kept breaking every time they tried to put it on. Before it was like, it'd be like 3 months and we'd be okay for a minute. And then nah, it was like half that. And it was a struggle for that person. I'm just like, bro, I see your mask breaking.
Yeah.
If you don't want to talk about it, okay. I mean, all right. Well, I can't be here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a hard thing to have to deal with, not knowing when somebody is going to go back to themselves. I mean, you can only front or you can only be somebody else for a certain period of time. You can't, because your real self, excuse me, is going to come out, because you can't continue being pretending to be somebody that you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Man.
So the metaphor here is it's like a slot machine. Sometimes you get a jackpot affection, most times you don't. That unpredictability is addictive. And I'll let you read how to break it.
Uh, Still in the right place. I don't see that.
Uh,
Oh, protect it. Um, I think
I'll go. It's under narcissistic. We're still doing the dopamine and oxytocin loops. And so you see where it says under
okay.
narcissistic abuse,
Okay.
then it's down
Got it.
farther.
Okay. How to break it. Okay. I see it now. My bad. All right. So you replace the dopamine high with healthy rewards such as exercise, hobbies, or safe friendships. Also, I think this is nationally important, recognizing the manipulation cycle. This isn't real love. This is a brain trick. So they're
Yeah,
trying to manipulate and control you. And all people have their patterns and their cycles. So it's wise for you to pay attention to them. Um, so recognize when it's not real love. Realize when it's love bombing. Just to get a
yeah,
certain reaction out of you. Now, a
yeah,
person who really loves you, then they'll be consistent in loving you. You may have your issues, and that's okay. I mean, that's part of growth. But one day, it's a cycle of trying to control you and make you do something, and then pulling back to make you be like, "Oh, was this good enough? Oh, you happy with this?" And you don't want to be in that position. You don't want to be walking on eggshells all the time. That's
yeah.
hell.
That's living a miserable life, wondering if you are making a person happy, or in other words, if you are pleasing them or not. And they don't even know what will make them happy and what will please them. So they got you going around in circles trying to get something from you that they don't even know what what it is, or what they want. Go
There
ahead.
was a there was a special by Cat Williams that was hilarious. He was talking about his autistic son, but the way he was doing it reminded me of a narcissistic relationship. So like he was saying his child was in a what do you call it, a high chair, and it just started and he was running. from place to place, like pulling up toys and whatnot, and like showing in front of the kid, and every time and run the other way and get something else and come back. Is this what you need? And he just kept running back and forth. It was hilarious. But the point of it all is that a person who doesn't know their own happiness, there's no way that anyone externally can make them happy.
Yeah.
And that was the ultimate point of the joke. Like
Yeah.
the person who is narcissistic, who has narcissistic personality disorder, there's no pleasing them because they're always looking externally to be pleased by others, as opposed to
Yeah.
looking within to find themselves in a happy place. Because no one's happiness is on anyone outside of themselves.
Right.
I
I'm
can't
glad
make
you.
you happy.
Yeah. I'm glad
I
you
can't make
added
you
that
happy.
because I
Right.
was
I
gonna
can't.
add it.
Yeah. Right. I can't make you happy. Like I don't even know the parameters. You could tell me, but like if unless I'm living it and I'm the person who's experiencing it, like there's no way I can make you happy. It's hard enough for each individual to make themselves happy.
Yeah.
And you should never put your happiness on someone else.
Yeah.
Like your is a major disservice to yourself to look outwardly for your happiness as opposed to
Yeah.
looking within.
Yep.
But
Yeah, and I didn't understand all those years I was looking for love. I didn't understand that love was already on the inside of me.
right,
Um, and that in order for me to get somebody to love me, I have to, even though Chris said it, I didn't understand it at that time, love myself, you know.
right,
Um, so once I learned, oh, love really is on the inside of me, it starts with me. So, like
right,
you said, it starts within. And then, other people see, oh, they love themselves, you know, and not like a crazy kind of thing, but, they're confident in their love and care and concern for themselves. And so, anyway, I mean, I understand that better now, but I didn't then. You going off camera?
now I'm looking at because my power is low, so I'm
Is
just
it
checking it.
plugged in?
Well, so when I plug it up, it seems to go lose power faster for whatever reason. So I'm on
Oh,
like 16% right
oh, Lord. And we
now.
still
Yeah,
got
right.
another 30 minutes to go.
Yeah. Let me go off camera real quick, plug this
Okay.
up. Uh,
Okay, so now we're going to talk about neuroplasty, that part of the brain. That's the brain's reset button. So, what does it do? Neuroplasty means the brain can change, grow, and rewire even after years of abuse. Man, being abused, y'all, this is uh, Bullying Awareness Month, as well as I'll come back to what I was saying. This is Bullying Awareness Month, as well as um, Domestic Violence Month. So they go hand in hand. And so Love Misunderstood Institute, our nonprofit organization, we're combining those two um, subjects and bringing them together to bring more awareness to people about those things. But something that I just said made me think of that. The after years of abuse. So bullying is it is a form of abuse and it is controlling. So that's part of the reason why we're combining those. Um, Shoot, I lost my place. Um, the abuse. So I wanted to point that out. So again, neuroplasty means the brain can change, grow, and rewire even after years of abuse. So, and it doesn't matter who the abuse is through, through the narcissist or through wherever the abuse is coming from. your brain can still change and grow, and you can rewire it by the things that you the ways that you think. um, and so we'll be talking about that a little bit more. So new habits, relationships, and beliefs literally reshape the brain's wiring. So if we get away from that abusive person, we get away from that abusive person, and start forming new habits. I love myself, doing affirmations and things like that. You are literally reshaping your brain. You're rewiring your brain to think new thoughts, to have think new ways, and to um, help your brain, you know, to help your brain have new healthy thoughts and new healthy rewiring and all of that. So, uh, under narcissistic abuse, the brain wires itself to prioritize a narcissist's needs. And that's
Right.
horrible because we, are trying to, and we just said this a little bit ago, we're trying to satisfy somebody else.
Right.
So once we realize, okay, I'm making myself or recreating myself to satisfy them, but I'm miserable and I'm
Right.
unhappy. I'm not at peace. So I'm just
Right.
thankful to know that we can rewire our brains in that way, to, make things better for us. So over time, self neurons weaken and other neurons strengthen. So you want to add something to that before I do the metaphor?
Yeah, yeah. So definitely with like, and speaking from personal experience, like we all desire uh peace in our, interaction with, especially with our partners and with our lives as a whole. We begin to, give away parts of ourselves in essence in a narcissistic relationship. You, I gave up a lot of who I was to appease a person who was unhappy and miserable with themselves.
Yeah,
Um, and so much so that like I began to lose parts of myself.
yeah,
Um, and then when it's like when and it you become so inundated with that process that you forget what actually made you happy at one point, you know. And then when you look back, it's like, wow, I haven't done this in years. I haven't done that in years, or when I want to do this, I shy away from it because I don't want this, this reaction or this result or whatever. Um, I don't know. It's again, so neuroplasticity is again just the brain's ability to adjust and adapt and evolve to its environment um, for survival. Like if we break it down to its deepest level, it's about survival in a certain
yeah,
environment. Um, and so much so that we begin to lose ourselves.
yeah.
Um, but I know you said, why is it so hard to break free? Is that what we are?
Let me look. No, the metaphor under plas- neuroplasticity. So you see it. Think of the brain
No.
like a
Okay.
hiking
Yeah.
trail.
Yeah.
The more you walk one path, the deeper it gets. Abuse creates a deep, unhealthy trail, but with new choices, you can cut new paths. Eventually, those becoming the stronger trails. So I'll let you do the next part. You have a comment, or you want to?
Uh, I mean, I think it would just be repeating what I said earlier. So the more
Okay.
you do something, the easier it becomes.
Yeah.
It becomes second nature. It
Yeah.
becomes a habit, and then habits are easy to form after you've done them so many times. Your brain goes into autopilot.
Yeah.
Where you do it unconsciously. You're not even thinking about it anymore. It's just
Yeah.
second nature.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah. So how
So
hard is it though?
go ahead.
Every boundary, every act of self-care and moment of mindfulness is building a new pathway in your brain. Like literally, when you do something new, your brain creates a new neural pathway. So
I love that.
it yeah. So in your brain develops differently to evolve, to accommodate the new growth that you have made with your actions.
Yeah.
And when you do it more, it becomes more substantial. So it's like walking a certain line, and every walk, every step, you dig your heels into the ground. The more you dig your heels into the ground, it's going to be a deeper groove. And so it's going to be easier path to see, okay, I walk this way. Now let me go back. You know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
creates that environment, that deeper connection, like you said.
Yeah.
Um, so with consistency, your brain rewires itself to prioritize you.
To
Man,
prioritize. Yep.
prioritize. I'm not say pre.
Yeah.
Prioritize. My bad. Not before, but not prioritize in this
Yeah.
moment.
Right. Like, come on now, let's get this together this
Right.
way.
Yeah. Right.
Forget that old uncomfortable,
Right.
raggedy, unwanted way.
Right.
Let's
Right.
get our priorities straight and do it, a different way. That's awesome.
Right. All right. So with rewiring with neuroplasticity, so the longer you stay, the more your brain wires itself to prioritize the narcissist, choose and ignore your own needs. Anyone who's been in a version like that, when you say or do something and they get that certain look on their face, or they take that deep breath or whatever, you know what I mean? That makes you be like, you know what? I don't want to do me. I just don't want no drama right now. So
Yeah.
I'm going I'm gonna not do this. So I have to deal with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Um, but this is how people lose themselves in toxic relationships. Because over
Yep.
time, you build up a certain muscle to avoid and succumb to certain cues, verbally spoken or, body language spoken.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why it's so hard to break free, there's an addiction loop. The brain gets addicted to the cycle of abuse, apology, love bombing, abuse again. And it's over and over again. We get used to our normalcy. And that's why the word normal is always bugging, because everyone's normal is different. You
Yeah.
know, some people accept abuse and keep it
Yeah.
going. And well, they love me. And if they ain't doing this, they don't love me. And the other person is like, he just put his hands on me. I'm about to bust his head wide open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody reacts a little differently.
Yeah.
Um, Normal is relative. Uh, so
Yeah.
there's also the dopamine reward system. Even crumbs of kindness from the narcissist feels like a high because your brain is starved for approval.
That's just
Man,
horrible.
I remember certain, and I actually I've been asked to do like little short motivation videos for a friend. Um, and one thing I said was like, for a time, and I'm a fitness person, fitness professional. Like this is what I do for a living. So I was working out for said person, and you know, you walk around with your shirt off or whatever, and hope to get some attention, and person is like. Not, you know what I mean? And you do things to make them happy, look for their approval,
Yep.
and you go ahead,
I
sorry,
just said, yep.
right. And then when you realize that you'll never get it, like for me, I went into a state for 3 months where I did not exercise at all. And then I had to realize, like, or should I say, remember why I started exercising in the first place. First off, like our family has certain health issues that I'm trying
Yep.
to avoid,
Yeah.
and and there were certain things that were going on with me before that I didn't want like to enhance and go further.
Yeah.
Um, and then also I just when I would exercise, I felt better. Um, there were certain dopamines and you know what I mean I was experiencing, called the runner's high or exercise high or whatever. It's like I feel good about me because I'm investing energy and time consciously into myself, and that began to take over. But initially, it was doing this for this person's approval and realizing that I think, and I mean, this is just me speculating, me judging, but the person was intentionally starving me of those compliments so that what I mean, so that I would be constantly just, is this good enough? You like this? You like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Looking back in hindsight is hilarious, man.
Yeah. It ain't
But
hilarious when it's going
well,
on. It's very hurtful.
hilarious in a jacked up way. I mean, it's hilarious in a hilarious way, and
Yeah.
hilarious in a jacked up way. Like,
Yeah.
man, I did all of that and got
And still
starved and
didn't
kept
get what I want.
right.
Yeah.
But
What
thankfully,
I
I
was
was smart
looking
enough.
for.
Right, right. I was looking for it, and thankfully, I was smart enough to realize, okay, this person has no intention of giving me this attention.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I told you this, but this very same person, after I did all of that for that person, then started making it about me. Then this person had the audacity to tell me that I was a narcissist because I'm
Y'all,
like,
this is
getting feel
this is a
good.
narcissist calling somebody else a narcissist.
Hey, like, you the pot calling the kettle or the kettle calling the pot. Which one are you doing? Lord. But let me make this very clear. Like the difference between because we all have there's healthy narcissism and there's negative narcissism. Healthy narcissism is when and I use that term very loosely, but it's when you like yourself, you love yourself. You're supposed to love you. You're the first person that you see every day. Supposed to love you.
Yeah.
But the problem is when a person loves themselves or shows that they do, and then puts everyone else down to make themselves feel better, and
Yeah.
has no empathy uh, or no softness for other people. Like
Yeah.
and everybody should bow down to me. Like yeah, that's the whole problem. I
Yeah.
love me, and I love
Yeah.
everybody else, and everybody deserves to be happy and enjoy themselves, be happy with their lives, see
Yeah.
themselves in the highest light, but don't put nobody else down.
Right.
And that's the opposite for an art. Like they don't. Hey, listen, I'm above you. I'm gonna step on you to get where I want to go, and that's the whole problem.
Yeah. That is a problem. So the next part,
Uh,
attachment
attachment hormone.
hormones. Yeah.
All right, so the attachment hormone. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone, and it's released even during abusive relationships, tying you closer. The result is the brain confuses abuse with connection. That's why you hear a person who's being abused saying, "Well, he loves me. She
Yeah.
loves me." No, I mean, somewhere deep down in somewhere safe, maybe, possibly.
Love misunderstood.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Love misunderstood.
Yeah.
Uh, so here are some strategies to empower yourself while tying back to your brain activity. So number one is awareness, which is the prefrontal cortex activation. So first, naming abuse activities.
Activates.
Oh, activates. I was like, what? Wait a minute. That's uh, naming abuse activates your higher thinking brain, which weakens the amygdala's fear loop. Number two is you need to teach. All right, so gaslighting
Yeah.
is
Sorry.
let's say when you do something and you tell a person, and again, this is just a finite example. You do something and then you try to tell a person that, I didn't do that, you did that, or, you know what I mean, or, or you making it bigger than it has to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like things along those lines. Uh,
Yeah. And then number two. Sorry, I didn't.
right. So number two is boundaries, resetting neural neurons. So calmly refusing to react interrupts the brain's mirroring cycle. So a tip is practice short, neutral turn statements like "I disagree," "That's not true," "I will discuss this right now," and
Yeah.
that sets the precedent. And I promise you, when you use that against an art, they're gonna be like, "No, it is true." No. And if you can stand your ground and not go back, like you can stifle all of that because they will try to force you into explaining yourself over and over again. The more you talk, the more you are caught in their web.
Yeah.
Keep your statements short and succinct.
Yeah.
Say very little. Say very little.
Yeah. And then here's some independent activities to rewire the self neurons. Every time you focus on your hobbies, friendships, or career, your self neurons get stronger. The brain starts syncing with healthier, more balanced influences. And that's, what we need. That, helps us to rewire because we're focusing on things that make us happy, things that satisfy us, and not focusing so much on the narcissist and what they want and what, trying to please them.
Right.
You want to add anything?
Right.
Okay. So mindfulness and breathing, uh, calms the amygdala. So even 5 minutes of meditation reduces amygdala activity, helping you stay calm instead of reactive. And then visualization. Imagine unplugging from their control and plugging back into your own energy. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Therapy and you want to add something?
No, I just said right.
Yeah. So therapy and support groups are the new neutral pathways. So healthy relationships and group support provide new models for the brain to mirror. Over time, your brain relearns balance, self trust, and autonomy. And then skip that. Okay, so you want to add something? Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely like during the time of the end, towards the end of, the relationship that you and I know about, and the audience does as well, in bits and pieces. One of the biggest things for me was creating great support system. Um, there were people who genuinely loved me and love
Yeah,
me and could see, the hell that I was going through. And
yeah,
they helped me like have perspective in times where, man, I felt I was drowning in the swamp of chaos, you
yeah,
know. Um, if it wasn't for, you and, several other people, not several, but a few other people, should I say, there's
Yeah.
very few people. But those
Yeah.
those people who just held me down in those times, they helped me see my worth in those times when when it was like my work was being crapped on. Um,
Yeah.
it helped me through and helped me to just come to terms with the fact that okay, this is a situation where I need to get away from, and I
Yeah.
need to start pouring more into me as opposed to pouring externally into that person. And the
Yeah.
more that I did that, the more that I practiced that reality for me, the stronger I became,
Yeah.
and the stronger the gravitational pull to go to higher levels and evolve personally, uh, came about. So again, just over time, retrain your brain by doing opposite of what this person or people who want
Yeah.
to keep you down do the opposite. Find
Yeah.
time to feed yourself love because you deserve it. We all do. We all deserve to
Yeah.
be loved. We all deserve to be free. We all deserve to be accepted
Yeah.
truly, authentically, unconditionally. That's a major thing there. Um, and the more you do that, the more you tune into self, and you can feed others by being truly yourself, wholly, without the control and manipulation of others who want to keep you down. Uh,
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. So here's a real life example. Sarah used to feel like her partner's moods controlled her. Once she started journaling her own needs and joining a support group, she retrained her brain to prioritize herself again. So that's kind of what the almost exact same thing that Jean just shared. You know,
right.
that's important, and that's what you have to do. So you have to, uh, oh, this ring.
Yeah. Right.
Um, so that's what you have to do. So get a
Right.
support group like Gene shared that he did. You know, get your support group. Get him. You know, there
And the
are.
therapy,
Yep. So
I
you
did
want
all
to.
of that.
Yeah. So
I
you
did
have
all of
to.
that.
Yep. You want to share some more um,
So I just
about
want to
that.
say, yeah, I made it a conscious effort. Initially, when I got into therapy, it was for both myself and my partner. And my partner wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And I knew that if I didn't get into therapy, it was going to be an ugly ending. I knew that deep down.
Yeah.
And so I had to strengthen myself. And I became the priority for me, you know,
Yeah.
thankfully. I mean, I had to go through hell and high water to get there, but I became my own priority. I can't prioritize, anyone's feelings or desires or whatever over my own. And not from a
Yeah.
narcissistic standpoint, but from the standpoint that if I can't feed myself full love unconditionally, then there's no way to feed anybody else that.
Yeah.
So I got to fill myself up first. And that's what
Yep.
it became. And the therapy helped me find, or not find, but recognize tools that were there in front of me to help myself.
Yeah.
Um, One of the biggest tools that my therapist at the time was telling me was when you recognize that the person that you're dealing with is trying to escalate the situation, you detach,
Yep.
you step back, and you become the observer. They
Yeah.
want a reaction out of you. They want you to flip out.
Yep.
They poke at you for you to lash out, and then they blame you like they're the victim. But
Yeah.
you poke the bear.
Yep.
And so the best thing is to, again, step back, detach, you know, refuse to argue, keep your answers short and succinct and factual because they
Yeah.
don't care about emotions. They
Yeah.
don't care that their words made you sad. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
And you have to know that and honor that. They don't care about your feelings. You know,
Yeah.
you express feelings to them, they will think that they have a control over you now.
Yep.
So, you know, with people like that, just again, spend more time away from them. Spend time fortifying yourself, growing you, loving on you.
Yeah.
Because in those spaces, they don't want to benefit you. They want to benefit themselves around you. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my skill. My skill.
Yeah. And that's what it's about, them fulfilling, their needs. So your brain may have synced with a narcissist. They can change, grow. You can change, grow, and heal. So every boundary, every mindful breath, every act of self love is literally rewiring your brain. You don't have to let somebody else control the frequency of your mind. You can retune, reset, and reclaim your own signal. So we have a few more minutes. We want to share some, give you some other tips and tools that can help you through this challenging relationship. To help you reset yourself, your brain. So you want to start with the brain reset.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
What? Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking. Okay, so brain reset tools, calming and clarity. These are some quick ways to soothe the nervous system and bring the thinking brain back online. So grounding, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So name 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 you taste. This reorients your brain to safety in the moment. And then here's something else you can do is hand on heart breathing, 60 seconds. Place a hand on your heart. Inhale slowly, exhale longer than you inhale. This signals the amygdala the fire is out. And y'all, that do feel like a fire. Some of y'all probably have experienced it anyway when you're going through situations like that. So
Mm-hmm.
name entertainment. When you feel triggered, say out loud or write down, this is gaslighting or this is manipulation. So
Right.
naming it activates the prefrontal cortex, which lowers fear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you want to do is lower that fear. You don't want to be living in fear. So you want to do the next part,
All right.
self identity rebuilders.
Right. All right. So number two is self-identity rebuilders or strengthening the self neuron. So these, so the, uh, so do daily I am affirmations. Each morning, write or say 3 statements such as I am safe, I am worthy, I am free to choose my thoughts. Find anchor objects. Keep a physical token like a stone, a bracelet, or a photo that symbolizes their true self or your true self, should I say. Touch it when feeling pulled back into the narcissist influence. So something I would do. I had 2 different methods. Initially with the mother, well, you know what I'm saying. I had
Hmm.
certain coins that I would like literally run through my fingers and do this. I take two and just kind of like juggle them in my hands. Now
Yeah.
when the younger ones,
Uh oh, we lost him. So I know he had a low charge, so we only have a few minutes. So I'm gonna give you a few more tips. So he was talking about the anchor object. Um, so here's another strength self identity rebuilder. So ask yourself, what do I feel? What do I need? And then journal. So, two simple questions daily rebuild self awareness and strengthen self neurons. And then number three, boundary builders, breaking the brain sync. So these interrupt the mirror neuron lock and protect mental space. Boundaries, so practice in the mirror or with a friend, I disagree. Saying, I disagree. I won't discuss this now. That's not true. Saying those things, rehearsing neutral phrases lowers panic when you actually use them. So, gray rock technique. When safe, respond to manipulation with neutral, minimal answers, no drama. This starves the narcissist of emotional control and gives your brain breathing room. That's called the gray rock technique. And then schedule disconnection. Block out specific times daily to turn off the phone, step outside, or do something unrelated to the narcissist. Even 10 minutes creates a new mental space. And then here's something else to the healing and rewiring. This is the neuroplasticity in action. So, healthy dopamine swaps. Replace toxic highs and positive ones. Exercise, music, art, small acts of kindness, new hobbies. Each one is a vote for your new brain wiring. And then supportive people. That's the new mirror neurons, that part of the brain. Even one healthy friend, mentor, or group helps your brain relearn balanced rhythms. Encourage, so remember that. Um, just one healthy friend, or one mentor, or a group. You need to rebalance your brain rhythms. And then micro steps over big leaps. Change feels less overwhelming when you do it in tiny actions. So do things in tiny actions so you can continue doing them. And then just, be like, today I'll journal 2 sentences. Today I'll take one deep breath before responding. So you're changing the way you think about things, you're retraining your brain. And then here's some perspective shifts, replacing hopelessness with hope. So these restore a sense of control and future possibility. Trauma is not training. Trauma is training, not identity. So your brain isn't broken, it's been trained. Anything trained can be retrained. And then here's two roads visualization. Um, walk a well worn path. Um, just picture a dark, well worn path. And that's the old brain patterns. And then create a new brain path, which would be the healing. So you're walking a new path. And so it's not worn and deep like that well worn path. So each choice, no matter how small, is a step on the bright path. And then share brief testimonials. So say things like, I finally slept through the night, or I said no once and survived. That gives you hope. And that's called borrow hope. And then faith or spiritual practices, prayer, reading scriptures, meditation on a positive verse or scripture. These soothe the emotional pain regions and restore a sense of purpose. And then action plan. So in the morning, here's an action plan for you for a day. In the morning, do one affirmation plus 3 deep breaths. Midday, 2 minute grounding. What do I feel? What do I feel? What do I need? And then make that a journal entry. And then in the evening, write down one boundary that you kept or one small win. Here's an example: I took a walk alone, I didn't react. And so This routine literally rewires the brain's self circuits and shrinks the hold of the narcissist's influence. So I just want to encourage you to tell you you're not weak. Your brain is showing how powerfully it adapts. Every boundary, every mindful breath, every moment you choose yourself is a new pathway of freedom forming in your mind. Even if the situation looks hopeless, your brain is already on your side. It can be retrained, healed, and set free. If you've been living under the weight of a narcissist's control, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not weak, broken, or crazy. Your brain was simply doing its job. It synced, it adapted, it tried to keep you safe. That's not weakness, that's survival. But survival is not where your story ends. Science shows us something amazing. Your brain is amazing. That means it can grow, rewire, and reset no matter how long you've been stuck in the cycle. You don't have to stay trapped in someone else's frequency. You can retune, reset, and reclaim your mind. And here's the truth: every deep breath that calms your fear center, every boundary you set, every moment you write down your own feelings, these aren't small steps. They are new pathways being carved in your brain, pathways of freedom, pathways of clarity, pathways of strength. So now, when the old thought creeps in, I want you to remind yourself, I am not my trauma. I am not my trauma. I am not their control. My brain belongs to me, and I can reshape it for peace, strength, and freedom. Even if your situation looks hopeless, remember your brain is always on your side. And every single step you take is proof that healing is not only possible, it's already happening. So, thank you for joining us today. This is the end of our show. So, we're sending you peace, sending you love. Take care, and bye for now.